we're going to get down to the New England Patriots, and when it comes to the dynastic proportions of this team, are they quite possibly the best? Like I said earlier with Mike, is that a dumb question, Elliot?
I don't think it's a dumb question. I mean, I think you have to look at context.
Okay.
And, you know, when you talk about teams winning this many titles in 16 years, that's what we're talking about.
Sure.
The only team you can look at in the Super Bowl era are the San Francisco 49ers, who won 5 and 14 years. But they did it with 2 different quarterbacks, Steve Young, Joe Montana.
Exactly.
They did it with George Seifert and Bill Walsh.
Walsh.
The interesting thing, though, if you go all throughout NFL history, from the first playoff game they ever played in 1932, only 2 quarterbacks have won 5 NFL titles. That would be Tom Brady and Bart Starr. Pretty interesting company.
Wow. So when you put Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, are they, classically the best 1-2 punch head coach, quarterback? Because, like you said, we've seen it before with other teams, but there was a little overlap. Coaches changed, quarterbacks changed,
Right.
especially with those franchises.
Right. I mean, first of all, when you look at the numbers, it's pretty easy. I mean, Terry Bradshaw, Chuck Noll, super underrated head coach of all time, won 4. But the other thing to me is that when you talk about the greatest head coaches of all time or greatest coaches of all time, you can't ignore that Belichick also won 2 titles with the Giants as a defensive coordinator. He was a great defensive coordinator. So to me, when you add his resume, then you throw the fact that Tom Brady's win-loss record is just off the charts ridiculous. Yeah, I think it is fair to say that we are right now watching the greatest of all time. And we're not overreacting like we did after the Aaron Rodgers throw against the Cowboys in the playoffs. And everyone's like, oh, my gosh, this is the greatest player that's ever stepped on the field before. This is not overreacting.
But Elliot, I mean, I would say Bill Belichick is the best just simply because he had to deal with the salary cap, man, and have to manage, his rosters and things like that. Does that, tie into any of your critique of this team?
Absolutely. You look at what happened to the Cowboys. They won 3 out of 4, but nobody knew how to deal with the salary cap yet. It was new. The Patriots figured out, okay, they learned from other teams' mistakes. They said, we're not going after big stars. We're getting those mid-tier Mike Vrabel guys that we can plug in and play. But one thing about this, you look at the Patriots' margin of victories in all these Super Bowls. It's all by the hair of their chinny chin chin, right? And that, to me, that's emblematic of what the salary cap era is all about. It's parity. They're only winning by 5 or 6 points, but a win is a win is a win. The fact that they've been able to do it, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And it's funny you say that, Elliot. We talked about a salary cap and all that stuff. We can look at Bill Belichick's numbers, and we can make an argument about that, right? But look at the roster that he has. When you say he's not going out and getting those big-name guys, he's just going and getting those mid-tier guys and finding ways to win with those. That's what's impressive to me. You're not going out there and winning with first-rounders all across the board. You're getting fourth-rounders like James White, who nobody knows anything about.
Them.
And you're getting them into the system, and you're getting them better and better each year. And then when it's their time to shine, they find a way to go out there and get it done.
It's the mid-season trades we all scratch our head on. This year, we scratched our head on the earlier trade from Collins, shipping him to the Cleveland Browns.
That was a bad move at first.
So we're looking at that move like...
How's he feeling?
He's mad right now. He's a little upset right now.
That's a bad move. But just the history of Coach Belichick, that's what he do. Yeah. And he always found a way to win Super Bowls. So Coach Belichick, not only with the salary cap, not only with unheard draft picks, not only with mid-season trades, as long as he has Tom Brady, and he knows this, as long as he has Tom Brady, he has a chance.
But also, look what he's able to do to veterans that's had issues at other places. I mean, to me, LeGarrette Blount, man, to see this guy win the Super Bowl, to be a part of this team. Yeah, he had that fumble, but I know he won't like that. But
that was a great strip job.
Yeah, it was by Deion Jones. But the fact that he gets veterans to humble themselves and say, you know what, forget, it's no more about me. It's about this team. You listen to Bill Belichick in his press conferences. I don't think he said an individual's name that much. I mean, it was all team and we.
Exactly.
And that's embodied in Bill Belichick. So that's why he's the greatest coach of all time.